Oh, okay, it is recording. I wasn't sure. Sorry about that. Look, um, you have somebody that's cleaning office buildings, mopping floors, uh, cleaning bathrooms, flipping hamburgers, delivering office supplies, washing dishes, picking up garbage. White privilege got them those jobs. Single parent, male or female. A buddy of mine, his wife took off on him and left him with 3 kids. He was struggling, believe me. White trash. People look down at the janitorial workers, custodial workers. They look down at that. They look down at the garbage men. They look down at the delivery guy delivering office supplies. The guy changing light bulbs. People look down at a lot of those, the ones that have think they're something else. There was a computer company that we had a contract with to do the janitorial there. And the owner was really a good guy. But his sister thought she was so much better than everybody else. I wanted to slap her. Some of her comments, it's like, what gives you the right to put down somebody because they're taking your trash out? They're cleaning the bath. At home, do you take the trash out? Do you clean the bathroom? Do you wash the dishes? Well, nowadays, dishwasher. But all those jobs that people do, you do it at home. So it's like, oh, well, you're just mopping floors. You're a lowlife. Okay, so when you're at home mopping your floor, that makes you a lowlife. Because you're doing the exact same thing I'm doing. The only difference is you're doing it for free while I'm getting paid to do it because I need the job to pay for insurance on my car, to pay for my phone bill. A lot of people work and they make enough money, but they don't pay the insurance on their car. They let the tags expire. They don't pay the insurance. They like blowing money. And it's like when you have a family, you can't do that. If you're making, to me, a low end of middle class is $65,000 a year. If you can't manage and live on $65,000 a year, you're overextended. I know a lot of guys that worked at the big 3, and it's like, well, they cut our overtime. We're only working 40 hours a week now instead of 60. You shouldn't have counted that income. Well, yeah, but we've been working it for 3 years or 4 years. That's not part of your income. That's extra. Put it in a frickin' bank. So I knew a lot of guys that lost their toys. They had, a cabin up north or property up north with no cabin. They had a camper, they'd pull on it. They had their snowmobiles, they had their boats, they had all their toys, and all of a sudden now they're cut back. Keep in mind, they're still making a ton of money. But they get knocked down to $60,000 a year, $65,000 a year. This is a few years ago. And now they can't pay for all that stuff. And that's hilarious. But in a way, you can't say that white privilege is why they're mopping floors, why they're taking trash out, why they're working on your car, why they're taking your garbage, picking your garbage up at the street. All those people that are flipping burgers and everything else that other people consider lowlifes, white privilege is why they're able to wash those dishes, to make those pizzas, to flip those burgers, to mop the floors, to stock the frickin' paper towels or the toilet paper. White privilege has nothing to do with that. So that's stupid when you hear all this crap about white privilege. That's an insult to all the people that are doing those jobs because they need to support their family. Doesn't matter whether they're male or female. They're trying to support their family. And it's like, you go to a restaurant and it's like you see the guy with the dish boy. He's a lowlife. He couldn't get any better job than that. So he's, doing dishes and he's mopping the floor. No. Maybe he's trying to get enough money together to buy his car, or pay the insurance on his car, or pay for gas in his car so he can come and make that minimum hour job. Tell them white privilege is why you are doing that job. No. You have people with money. That's not white privilege. Some of them work for it, but all these BLM and all those, mommy and daddy gave them everything, so they don't know how to earn a living. They don't know, you have to work. Yeah, it sucks. You have to work in life to get what you want. A lot of the rich obviously don't. Their kids don't. That's why they're brats. But white privilege, I think that is just so stupid, because white privilege is not how you got that job. You got that job because you went there and said, yeah, I want the senior dishwasher sign, so I want to apply for the job. Have you had any kitchen experience? Not really, but I do wash dishes at home. Here it's a little bit different. You got to rinse them off, then you put them in the racks. This is how you stack them. Then you slide them in the dishwasher, hit the button. Yeah, I could figure that out. So white privilege did not get him that job. I'm sorry. That has nothing to do with white privilege. And all you hear is this BS, white privilege. Everybody, the people on the left, the puppet masters controlling Sleepy Joe. Oh, it's white privilege. So everybody that's white, you're doing what you're doing because you're white. That's how you got that job. That's how you got that house. That's how you got your car. And you're also racist because you're white. So, yeah. In a way, people that are doing, the country would shut down, like I said before in this. It would shut down without the people making less than, $30,000, $20,000 a year. Country would come to a standstill. Because nothing would be on the shelves. Bathrooms wouldn't be getting clean. Trash wouldn't be taken out. Trash would be piling over. When I worked at Lyra Siegler, I was hired in as a sweeper. Did I do the bathrooms? No. But I had to clean the lunchroom, kept the shop floor clean, swept it, cleaned up the grease around the power brakes and different equipment, took out the trash in the lunchroom, wiped down the tables. White privilege didn't get me that job. I got that job. I went and applied for it. A friend of the family put a good word in with the head guy saying, yeah, I got a friend that needs a job, and he's a good worker, because every job I had, I always busted my ass. So, in a way, long story short, Firebird wouldn't start. The guy paid for a taxi for me to go down there, so back when people were decent. The guy that was going to hire me, the shop foreman guy, the company or whatever it was, I told him, I said, I can't get there. I said, my car won't start. Take a cab. I can't afford it. He said, I'll pay for it. So anyway, I went in, applied for the job, told him I didn't finish high school. I had no intentions of finishing high school. In fact, I want to join the military, so I really, blah, 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 blah. In a way, so because of the way I talked to him, I thought for sure he's not going to give me the job. He gave me the job. Not because I was white. He says, I like you. He says, I like your attitude. He says, and chances are, he probably started out, didn't finish high school, and probably went to work, probably at Lyra Siegler or a similar shop like that, and he probably started sweeping the floors and worked his way up to management. So he probably knew, that's how I started out. I started out like you. I didn't finish high school. I quit high school and started working because I had to pay for a car. I had to pay for insurance or whatever. So white privilege had nothing to do with it. In a way, I ended up getting the job. But white privilege had nothing to do with it. You know, yeah, Bob putting a good word in for me helped, but all that did was get me the interview. It was up to me to come across properly, or however you want to say, to where the guy would say, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and take a chance, we'll hire you. You know, and friends of mine looked down at me because I was sweeping a floor. Oh, you're nothing but a janitor. And I said, well, no. I said, I'm a sweeper. The official title was sweeper. But anyway, that was the official title, was sweeper. And, you know, I didn't do the bathrooms or anything like that. Day shift did the bathrooms and that. But anyway, so I'm like, and they made fun of me, and I'm like, you know what, I'll sweep floors all day long. Well, I work nights, well, second shift. And I'm like, I'll sweep floors all day long to make the kind of money that I'm making sweeping floors. Because you know what? It gets me what I need. Pays for my gas, pays for my car insurance, pays for anything extra I want. I ended up buying a telescope. I had to make payments on it over a year or 6 months, whatever it was. But the point is white privilege didn't get me anything I have. White privilege, you go to the waitress. Hey, let me ask you a question. Did white privilege get you this job so you can wait on people? So you can wait on people that are just assholes? No. She got that job. Go into the kitchen, say, hey, dishwasher guy, did white privilege get you this job in that kitchen? He's going to look at you and go, what the hell are you talking about? I'm washing dishes. How the hell is that white privilege? How the hell is me mopping floors or sweeping the floors? Mowing the lawn. You know, working for a landscape company, mowing lawns, raking leaves. Guy working on a farm, scooping up cow shit, milking the cows. My brother Dave ranched most of his life. He worked on farms an ungodly amount of times. White privilege allowed him to do that, got him that job? Explain it. Explain how white privilege got me what I have today. How white privilege, that mom that's struggling to make single mom, 1 or 2 kids, she's struggling to make ends meet, doing what she can, but white privilege is allowing her to do that? That's just ludicrous. You know, and there's so many people out there that would agree with me, that I really, you know, wish I had, you know, a lot more followers of people that would watch my videos. And if you had a few people spread the word, and then it goes to another one, especially somebody who's really popular that is on Facebook quite a bit, just him alone, if he spread the word, oh my God, I'd have people all over the world watching my YouTube videos. But I mean, I don't care. But the point is a lot of people would agree with this whole white privilege thing. They would agree with the whole racist thing, systemic racism. They would agree with the teachers not wanting to go back to school, to open the schools. So many of my videos make a lot of sense, and it would be nice if it spread, and then people could leave comments saying, hey, you're full of shit, or you know what? Yeah, you're right. You know, and a lot of people that have been kicked off of YouTube is for being outspoken, for being to the right. I don't have enough followers, so I'm no threat. So they don't care about me. Now, if I was up in there and all of a sudden I had 1,000 followers, 100,000 followers, 20,000 followers, 10,000, whatever, they'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. This guy's getting through to too many people, so we got to get him off of YouTube. Well, then I would just go to Rumble. I have a Rumble account, and I seem to be having issues uploading videos, so I got to figure out what the hell's going on with that. But they're like, oh, Rumble, that's for the people to the right, you know, to the Trump supporters and that. Everybody deserves a platform, and YouTube shouldn't be censoring people. You know, Elizabeth Warren doing her thing, getting their faces, create a ruckus, shifty shift, lying on Trump's statement to the whole Russia thing in Ukraine and all that. They don't play all that. They're impeaching him right now, and they take his statement and they leave out the part where he says, we'll peacefully go to the Capitol and peacefully make your voices heard. They don't show that. They just show him saying, march to the Capitol. Okay, we'll play the rest of it. You can take anything that anybody says and leave out a couple of words or a sentence, and it changes the whole meaning. But anyway, this has nothing to do with that. This is about white privilege, which I think is bullshit. Anyway, I appreciate you watching my videos. Spread it around. Try to get more people to watch them. Even people on the left. You don't have to watch my political ones if you don't agree with it. Watch some of my other ones. You know, I got some ones on the cats, not funny ones, but cats. I got stuff on tractors and bees and so many different things. There's a variety for everybody. So anyway, I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. And it's like 4:30. I got a cat on my lap. I gotta quit. I'm gonna go in the house. You don't care what I'm doing, right? Yeah, water on. Okay. But I'm not a professional. And people do wander like me.